Okay, this is another first attempt at something, so you gotta bear with me. Um, I'm videoing um, cruise nights in Brandon, and nothing has gone right since the start. To the left of the frame, you can see there's some trucks there. Well, those trucks weren't there when I was setting up. What they are for is towing. It's a towing company, and they were given permission by the whoever sets up the cruise nights to park at this particular corner. I didn't know this, so here I am. I'm looking between the trees and stuff like that. Where before the trucks showed up, I was in plain view of whatever was oncoming, like cars, whatever vehicle was coming. I could tell what it was, and I'd start videoing. Well, that didn't happen. So this is first attempt with screw ups from the start. Okay, so everything is just kind of like you have to bear with me, and let's just see how it goes. There's a lot of pauses, because what I'm doing here is I'm on the corner of 12th and Rosser, but when the batteries run out, I gotta go home and charge the batteries up, and I'll be ending up on 7th and Rosser, the corner of 7th and Rosser. Let's just see how this goes. I also got to mention, while I was trying to set up and all that, cars were passing by, so of course I've missed a lot of them. This looks like tonight they're they're starting to park at 13th and Rosser, and the end point is 6th and Rosser. Um, so people have already driven by, and they're down closer to the town center. But as things get filled up, they're like they're looking for other spots. So I have missed a few vehicles, and I can't sort of say I can't get them all in. Even at the end when I'm trying to get them as they're leaving. Of course, I'm not going to get everybody, because by the time I got back from charging up the batteries and having supper, well, guess what? A lot of them had already left, and this is only at 8 o'clock. This thing goes from 6 till 9, and I'm I'm going to try and they got one more left in September, so I'm going to try and work out some different methods of getting things done. But as you can see by the trees on the left there, it's bloody well windy. That little Mini 3 Pro, he's just handling that wind just like a pro. Like, as you can see, nothing's getting distorted in the pictures or anything like that. But what I was going to do, seeing I've got this picture up, if you can see between the trees on the left and the right hand side of the street, well, there isn't much of a gap between them. And what I was going to try and do, and that's really a gutsy move, is slowly fly down the middle of the road there and try and get some better footage. But that's not a good idea, because what I wanted to do was left side of the street, then come back with filming the right hand side of the street. But what I'm doing right now is I'm about 10 feet off the ground, and as far as I'm concerned, that's close enough to people's heads and staying on the safe side of everything. But well, look at that old guy with a walker. Well, guess who that is? Okay, carry on. I wish there was somehow that I could have volume of the motors and stuff like that. You see this little Jetta coming up here. It's a buddy of mine, well, an old neighbor of mine from a building, an apartment block I lived in. Well, that little Jetta has got an LS, I think, in it. Like, it's a Chevy V8, and it goes like stink, from what I understand. Yeah. I was just, while I was talking, a 59 Pontiac two-door hardtop just went by. Beautiful car. 62 holes. You don't see too many of those anymore. This one here, I believe it'd be a Starfire or a 98, probably a Starfire. Yeah, I'm talking from knowledge from the old days, but yeah. Anyway, what else is coming up here? Yeah, well, I had to get the coming and going of the 62. Yeah. Yeah, and some upcoming footage here. There's a nice red second generation Camaro, and then behind it's a third generation Camaro. But behind that is a 60 Pontiac convertible. At one time, I owned two of them. Sold one of them to my buddy.